right, here we are to react to the new trailer for the Batwoman series on Netflix, starring Ruby Rose. Have you heard anything about this?
No.
That's almost the extent of what I've heard about it.
Is it on Netflix? It says CW.
Oh, is it CW? I thought it was Netflix. Maybe it is CW.
Doesn't DC have an app or some shit?
They do. All right, disregard wherever it's streaming, and let's just say that it is coming out.
It exists. It will exist someday.
I heard a thing that I believe this takes place either right after Batman's retirement or he's missing or something.
Is it a part of any of the universes that exist?
Well, knowing DC, nothing will ever be related, so probably not.
I've been hearing a lot of rumors for a long time about various things with various stuff coming out. I'm not sure where anything stands at this point, because if you sit it out for a week, you'll miss something. But there was supposed to be like a ladies DC thing with Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn or something like that.
I would wager this is not that.
No, well, no, this is not that. I'm saying, like, so now I don't know how this fits in, or if this is a new thing, or if this is instead of that, or whatever. So
yeah, not 100% sure, but I'm interested. Let's just check it out. All right, so that looks bad. That looks like a fan-made movie.
Well, I was going to say, I can't really tell. Like, I haven't really watched Arrow or Flash or any of the other shows. I don't know how this would stack up to those or whatever.
I'm just not a fan of the direction a lot of DC TV goes.
Fuck Batman.
Well, that's DC app. But, like, their general TV stuff, it's not campy enough to acknowledge its own camp and be fun, and it tries to be so serious, but it doesn't hit that mark either.
Being serious is what I meant to imply by the fuck Batman.
Yeah.
Which I haven't watched that show, and I hear it's actually not that bad.
I never will watch that show.
I can't watch it because I'm not allowed to, because it's not a service that I'm not going to get.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this was fine. I don't know. Where should we attack this first?
Well, the problem with anything when it's in quotes fine, but it comes from something that has, like, decades of fans stuff. Like, you have a blueprint to directly follow. You have so much money, and if it's just fine, that means bad. I would classify Flash as fine. I've seen like half an episode, and I was like, oh, this seems fine, but I don't really want to watch it. And even Kevin Smith, who loves everything, famously said, I get it. The kid goes fast. Problems are solved. Next episode. I don't need to watch that. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, like, fine. It's fine.
Yeah. And
this seems like more fine, and this might be empowering to like some young women or something like that. So I can let them have that or whatever.
And I don't. The problem isn't directly that I don't want people to have things to look forward to, empowered on,
or enjoy.
It's that this is an awesome character, and I don't think you need this character to be a springboard for let me directly say these things. I think that character just doing the things that character does would be all those things and check all those boxes for all the people who may or may not need that in their life. So when you put it in words on the screen.
To clarify, like, there was like 3 or 4 like I am no man moments like in the trailer. And like, I was willing to let the first one go or whatever, but the second one was right after the first one. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of the show is going to be that, or if that's specific for what they're trying to get across in the trailer. But I agree with you. If you just show women doing awesome things, you can just get, you can get the point across without clearly making this distinction of like,
because I would take this
because it doesn't fit
exact
a woman
opposite way personally. Now, I'm not a sign-holding feminist, but I consider myself to be woke. I lean harder towards feminine issues than others. I think I prefer a lot of superheroes and heroines that are of the female persuasion.
I've never heard you say it's not realistic for that character to do that because she's a woman.
No, and I never would.
You've said like because they are small, which was said about men too.
Yes.
So I'm like, there you go.
And none of my problems with this were physical stuff, because Ruby Rose is a badass, and I've seen her do insane things.
That is an example
of the issues I have with this is the direct, what seems to be pandering to a particular audience, when I just think you should just put your money where your mouth is and make a badass girl character, and then you would have girls go and look at that badass girl character, not, oh, look, girls are powerful. I don't want a man to take credit for what a woman does.
I think
make it fit a woman. Like,
I think if the line had been, the suit is perfection, and she's like, not yet, because it doesn't fit me. I think that would have been a much better line, and not a direct, like, a woman. So, like, any woman? You? Anyone else?
Even
mom?
If you would have played off the classic of, like, the female form is perfection, I would have been like, okay, at least that could be taken with, like, oh, it's a grain of quip. Like, something.
Like that. Okay, sure.
But the way it was delivered, the writing is just, let me beat you in the face with my hammer that says girl power.
And there's a song that plays right in the middle of like a few of these, where like the lyric is like, I'm a woman, or some weird thing. And I'm like, it seems like a joke. It seems like too much or whatever. And like visually stuff was again fine, seemed fine.
Yeah.
Not like the show is trash because of this. But that's
I don't know. There's
alarming.
something that it screams TV. Like I would never watch this and think I was watching. Even if you show me scenes out of context, I don't think I'd ever think it was a movie.
Okay.
It doesn't. There's something about it that
Yeah.
just screams TV, and like that doesn't mean it's bad. It is a TV show. It's not trying to be anything it's not. No. But there's something about that color palette. Like
being
I don't know.
very ignorant of it, I even said like, well, I haven't really seen too much Arrow or Flash. I'm not sure where this stacks up, because that's what I was. Because sometimes people will make supercuts or fan-made stuff where they take things from different things.
Yeah.
And I would not think like, oh, was this in that other movie? I'd be like, yes. I'd be like, no, like it looks fine.
No, you can see they have a lot of money. They have a bat cave. They
yes.
have stuff. Like it looks decent.
Oh my God! They even say "is here" and then bats like wipe away the E and it's "is her." That's 6 things.
Yeah. No, they're beating you over the head.
I think
with
we can keep watching the trailer and find more like woke moments.
And I don't know. It's just I would like better.
So like some people get
like Birds of Prey came out 20 years ago now.
Okay.
And that was an all-girl cast, and that was great.
Right.
This doesn't seem to drag that same.
Like people get angry when they just happen to pick characters, and there's a guy and he's an idiot, and there's a girl and she's like cool. People get angry at that. We're not doing that. We're not saying like, oh, I should be the other guy who's all like. There's nothing like that. It's just literally they're beating you over the head with this stuff in like a weird way.
No, there's something about it, and I've argued the other way of this. I'm about to say, where like when you look around, there's no one that I go, that person, I identify with that person. Like there's no characters that I'm like, oh, I've seen that person in this. That's this guy. That's blah blah. I'm sure these people are all in things, but almost none of them really like grab me. Yeah. I'm not like, oh, cool. I don't look at the assistant guy and go like, oh, he's cool. I don't look at that girl and go like, oh, that one.
We should clarify because you've used a trigger word with like character I identify with.
Not that I see myself through the eyes of, but like when you watch a thing, you're like, oh, there's like a sassy redhead. I'm like, oh, cool. You see someone talking shit. I'm like, that's awesome. You see like the big hulking person that smashes through a door. You're like, I love when people smash through a door. There's nothing.
You mean like when you watch the Umbrella Academy trailer, you see all these interesting looking characters, and you go like, I need to know more about what's going on here.
Furthermore,
you don't have this here.
When watching that, I'm like, oh, that's Mary J. Blige. I'm like, oh, Klaus, he was in The Misfits. Oh, this guy, he was in that. Oh, that one was in Game of Thrones. Like. Oh, well, like
here we have Ruby Rose, right? She's supposed to be the one.
She's the only one I've ever heard of in the show.
Right. In the middle, I'm like, was that Sam Neill? And you're like, no. And I'm like, okay, that should be Sam Neill. He's too old now for that role, but like it was a Sam Neill type character. No, I'm not impressed. Whatever. This will go on the shelf with all the other like whatever. I guess that show exists or something like that.
Yeah, I'd love to be proven wrong. I'd love for us to be really good, and I'd like just maybe the trailer's leaning hard into this stuff, but the show doesn't.
I would hope, and I would love to hear, hey, this is actually really great, and they're gonna do a crossover with this other thing, and I'd be like, oh man.
But like when Supergirl came out, they weren't like crazy power driving this narrative.
Yeah, they weren't like you've tried the far inferior male model. Yeah. Now you have me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a little strange. It's weird too because we live in a society now where everything's trying to be so politically correct.
Yeah.
But I feel like you're allowed to swing the opposite way, and it's fine somehow.
That is the corrective argument where it's like, well, we have to push so hard to overcome all the odds.
Why can't we just push hard to have a great script and let everything else just fall into place?
No, I really think that would be the way to go, is just make good things and cast people of different things. You can cast someone on purpose if you want. There's plenty of good actors and actresses. You can pick someone. If you want a black woman lead character, you can just pick one. I'm sure there's someone you can pick. So do it, and then cancel the show because it's not getting enough attention or whatever.
Yeah.
Goddamn. Who is this villain is supposed to be?
Is that Harley Quinn? I have no idea.
That's what I was thinking when she used the croquet or the cricket bat or whatever the hell.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It didn't drop directly to me. It could be Harley Quinzel. She could not be with the Joker yet because she's an independent woman. I don't know.
Oh, interesting. So it's like I didn't watch Gotham. Like I don't care at all about things that are like alternate whatever things.
I love Batman. I like comics. I like all the DC animated stuff. I think that stuff's great. Justice League, Batman animated, all that stuff is great. Yeah. The live action stuff has always fallen short. Their TV shows have always been better than their movies because they've been really shitting the bed on movies. Yeah. But even then, their TV shows are very much TV shows.
Exactly.
All right, guys.
And they have another one.
Yeah, and here's another one.
So sorry.
Okay. That's our thoughts on this. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.